Today we have Vickie Poole, and she's going to be talking about chakras and doing some cool stuff with us. So I'm going to pass it over to her and let her take it away from here.
All right. Well, thank you, Michael, for this opportunity. I'm really excited about being on here, and I wish I could see everybody, but I only have a little bit, so I don't even know who all's here. But I want to say thank you so much for showing up. And just a little bit about me. I am a certified life coach, health coach, transformational coach, and I had to find a way to actually work with my clients better. So then I became a hypnotherapist. So I've actually got a couple of different certifications with hypnotherapy. But along that journey, I was using hypnotherapy to help my coaching clients. And then I came across a discovery to help me with my hypnosis and my coaching clients. And I'm not here to sell anything to anybody, but I just want to let you know that there is a way to think out of the box. And you all may be out of box thinkers, I don't know. But what sets you apart from the other hypnotist online, what sets you apart from the one down the street? And so I like to invite you to kind of look at ways that you can do things maybe a little bit differently, either using my tool or using another tool, but just to kind of give yourself a chance to really help the client and set yourself apart. So to start with, everything is energy, and I'm assuming we can all agree on that, right? Can I get a nod? Okay. All right. So everything is energy, everything is frequency. And so what I have is a frequency device that allows me to work with my clients in a totally different way. So I do clients remotely. I do clients in person, and I use the same tool with them just in different ways. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. But the main thing is, and I'm going to demonstrate with you guys what I do with my clients the first time I use this with them. So my client comes in and they're wanting to lose weight or quit smoking, whatever it may be. I get all the information from them like you normally do. And then with that, then I tell them, you know, I'm going to do hypnosis with you, but I also have this wonderful tool that can kind of help to not only us get into your subconscious, but this actually can change you physiologically with a vibration and a frequency in your body, so that it kind of, we're working in your subconscious and in your body to make all of these things happen. So I haven't had any person that didn't think that that was a great idea. So, but the thing is that this is actually a little device. Where's it at? It's right here. It's a little small device. And it actually has two ways that it works. And one of them is a microcurrent. And so when I'm using the microcurrent part of it, I have an app, and this app actually talks to this little box and tells it that we want to do the microcurrent, which, if anybody's familiar with a TENS unit, it's similar to that. But I have like this is the one that I do in person with people, because there's an arm bracelet and then these leads that go from this little box to the arm bracelets, so that they are actually getting this microcurrent in their body. And I can pick out whether they need help with, if they're having depression, there's things that I can do for that. And this has actually been cleared by the FDA in the US for use with pain management and depression. But there are so many different things that it does that it's just mind-boggling. So I use it in those different ways when I'm with someone in person. But when they're remotely, there is a frequency that actually goes into their bioenergetic field. And you have to excuse me, I'm looking at my notes because I'm usually not a techie person. So actually telling you some of these things that I understand, just don't know how to articulate them very well. I'm going to look at my notes to make sure I say them correctly. and which this part is what I'm going to use on you today. And it is one of the things that COVID has really done that is good, is it has helped a lot of people see that you can do things remotely that nobody ever really thought that you could. And this is one of them, because when I send this frequency out, you can actually get this frequency, and I can put my hand up to the screen and I can feel this frequency coming back into my hand, and I know it's working. And so you can do a group. I do groups occasionally, but I do individually with my clients. So what the bioenergetic field is, like a flow of life energy connecting body, mind, and soul, traditionally referred to as the chi and the prana. And there was actually an article that I was looking at today that using this machine can actually go in and change the blood in the body. So there's so many different things. If somebody comes to you with a medical issue, as long as it's not something you have to have a referral, but you can get a referral from a doctor. But there are all so many things that you can use this machine for to just kind of help with your clients. And the thing that I like to tell my clients is they're telling me, and you guys may have had this experience as well, they're telling me what the problem is. And I can tell right away that that's what they think the problem is, but that's not really the problem. Has anybody experienced that as well? Yes. So, and this actually helps to analyze things. So it kind of gets the underneath the why that people can't really articulate sometimes, so that you can hone in on things and actually do your hypnosis more direct, I guess, with what the issue is instead of the surface thing of what they tell you. So it's very, very powerful. So let's see. First of all, I need to tell you that everybody needs to be drinking plenty of water because, as you know, our body is 98% water. And the way that this works with this frequency is that it actually, the water in your body helps this frequency to move. And so if you can drink water now, that's great. But when we finish, it's definitely important to be drinking water the rest of the day and into tomorrow, just to make sure that you're utilizing everything that we're going to do. Because what I'm going to do first, and it's interesting to do, but I actually can take the aura of the group collectively, and then I can actually scan the chakras of the group, and then we can work on that, and it will level out the entire group. So it's amazing, amazing stuff. But you can really get a lot of bang for your buck, so to speak, when you work with an individual. And like I said, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to do this for you guys because it is remarkable and let you experience. And then, you know, if it's something that you're interested in, you can reach out. But there are other things that you can do to put yourself a little bit apart from others. And that's my goal, is to let you see that you can do it in a lot of different ways. Does that make sense? All right. Perfectly. All right. So give me just a second. I have to set this up on the app so that it can read. Because what I do is I have to set this up as a group. So let's see. Let me get to where I need to be. All right, and I can't see everybody, but I'm going to take a little quick picture. So smile. You're on Candy Camera. That's aging me there. You probably don't even know who Candy Camera is, but that's okay. So let me get that. And today is October 14th. And what you would do with your clients if you were actually doing this is even if you're doing it remotely, it asks for things like their name, their phone number, and if it's an individual, they ask where they were born, their birthday. There's a lot of different things so that it can actually find them in the energetic field. So phenomenal stuff. So let's see if I've got enough information here for it to synchronize. Oh. All right. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is the aura analysis. And so what I need for you to do is everybody to sit as still as possible. But sit as still as possible, and then just close your eyes and think, I have a strong aura. And just be thinking that, and I'm going to record the aura. So just breathe and keep focusing. All right, you can open your eyes now. And this is a recording of the group's aura, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and then oh, wait a minute, screenshot. There we go. And anybody that wants me to send this information to them, they can just reach out and I can send, because I will take a screenshot of everything that we do so that I can let you know about it. All right, and so the interpretation of our chakras are, let's see, the crown chakra is low, so it's from 0 to 100%. And our sacral chakra of the group is 100%. And then the throat chakra is 84%. And the plexus is 83. The root is 79. The crown is 64. So the forehead is, the heart is 50 and the forehead is 49. So really the ones that we need to do most are the forehead and the heart. And the reason you don't do them all is because some of them are already high. And so if you balance them all, then you're going to balance them and they'll still be out of balance because some of them need to be balanced and some are already there. So you don't want to swing the pendulum and everything be going in the same way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off. All right, and then I'm going to grab this paper real quick so I can tell you what this means. I should have had this paper out already, but I didn't. Here we go. And remember, this is a scan of the entire group. So this is not you as an individual. This is just the group. And so our third chakra, it is an 81% from 0 to 100. It tells us what percentage it needs attention. So collectively as the group, the third eye chakra, the sixth chakra, is the one that needs 81% of the work. And then it gives you a number of relevance, how relevant is to what we're doing, intensity. And so the intensity from a 1 to a 10, and this is as an 8. And then it gives us like a little, I have a diagram here, right here that you can see. And on here, it has the numbers, and then I can correspond the numbers with what this says. So this says it is C6, So it says it is a mental or emotional issue that needs to be addressed. And so there's nothing that you have to do, because when I get through telling you about these things, then we'll actually do a balancing where this frequency will come in. And some people actually feel a tingling sensation. Some people feel like a little nerve that just kind of twitches a little bit. When I do this, I feel a tingling sensation around in my jaw, sometimes down my arm. So everybody's a little bit different. And there are people who feel absolutely nothing, but it doesn't mean it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So then this, I'm going to take a screenshot because it tells you a little bit about what the present state is, what your desired state is, whether you're wanting to as being balanced. And it will even give you, sometimes it gives you a phrase that would be beneficial. So let me screenshot this. And then the next one is the heart chakra. And it says it's a 78% relevance. It's a level 7 as far as what the intensity is, how much it's affecting you. And then it is D1000. And this one is, no, wait, hold on a second. D100,000. Oh, okay. And this is a life theme, something that has been going on in your life for a while. And so then let me click that. And then the third eye chakra is 71% relevance, but it's only a 3 as far as how much the intensity is. So it doesn't need as much attention as the others. A picture of that. Turn it down here. And it is LMLX. And this is on the spiritual plane, whereas this one is being affected from. I'll take a picture of that one. And it also gives you like mantras that you can say for instance, on this one with the heart chakra, one of the things it says for you to say is unconditional love is an inherent part of my life. And so it gives you different things. And what I do a lot of times is with these is I use those phrases that are in here. I'll note them and then I will use them in my hypnosis with the person to kind of solidify it a little bit more. And I only do this part with them when I first start, and then maybe kind of halfway through of our hypnosis stuff to see how it's changed. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's see. I think I've got all of that copied. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the frequency for you. And all you have to do is sit with your eyes closed, breathing in as deeply as you can. And then I want you to imagine that there is a funnel coming into your head and that is open so that the energy of this energy field can come in there into your body and move through. And so just spend the time just visualizing that as much as you can while you breathe, and then make a note of if you feel something, where that feeling is, and then just kind of make a note of it. All right. So is everybody ready? All right. So go ahead and get your eyes closed. Let's take a few nice deep breaths, getting ourselves into the place of being open to the energy field that is going to be coming. All right, it's begun. Make sure you're deeply breathing, focusing on the energy field above your head. Just keep breathing. And whenever you feel that it's complete, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Okay, we can go ahead and start coming back into the room. Stretch out a little bit. And personally, when I do this for myself, I feel more of the frequency once the frequency has actually stopped than I did in the beginning. And so I don't know what your experience was. I hope you had some feeling of something in your body, because it lets you know that it does work at a distance, because it's definitely very, very eye-opening, and a lot of people don't even believe that it works, but it does. And so it's really, really cool. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a resonance scan based on what the aura scan was and the chakra scan. And so there is a the thing that started this, and this was invented by a scientist in Germany, and he started with this cycle here, the gold cycle, which is where everything else came from. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit of what these are for this particular program. And then we will scan and see which one it says that we need to have for the group. And then we will do a scan for that. Is everybody open for that? Everybody that I can see, because I can't see everybody. All right, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in here for the gold cycle. And the first one is pure. And it's really the ideal starting point for when somebody wants to first start doing this. And it's to help the energy field of each cell recover from bioenergetic effect of environmental pollutants, toxins, and unhealthy diet and other negative factors. It actually increases each cell's ability to communicate and share frequency information between cells. And then the next one is care. A weakened bioenergetic field is often associated with many acute and chronic diseases. Strengthening your energy field through appropriate exercise, healthy nutrition, and pure water, and restoring your bioenergetic balance are ways to care for your inner and outer health, and in doing so, prevent a multitude of bioenergetic disorders. And I use this gold cycle a lot with my clients who are looking to lose weight. This just kind of helps them with staying on track with the things that they want to do and that I ask them to do with the hypnosis. And then there's balance. The fine balance of the various bodily functions is very important to our well-being and health. Balance refers to the bioenergetic balance of the kidneys, circulation, lymphatic system, and hormones. Then being, what the program balance is for the body, being is for the soul. It should help you regain emotional balance and remain centered during life's turmoils. Energy, performance needs support. No matter whether you're a well-trained competitive athlete, a stressed out manager, or a busy mother, energy supports your ability to bioenergetically respond to life's demands. Relax stands for relaxing anti-stress effect. Stress is often the cause and result of imbalances in the mind and body, which can undermine your health and well-being, in some cases be the cause of some diseases. Release, there are many different causes of pain. Disease, illness, injury, environmental toxins, and even emotional trauma. Everyday stressors have more of an impact on the body than many people realize. Once stressors are identified, the brain begins to put the body into a state of fight or flight, causing real physical effects in the body. Over time, the brain and central nervous system learn to continue to put the body into a chronic painful state, which repeats the pain cycle. As an alternative, or in addition to the classic pain applications, you can use this release program. In this program, balancing frequencies are delivered systematically in the bioenergetic field of the body, no matter where the pain is in the body, to release the pain as its source. And I also have these little discs that I can, on my app, I can tell it where the pain is located, and then it will tell me where to place the disc, because sometimes it's not actually where the pain is. So it's really, really interesting, but I've used it several times and it definitely works, and it's worked for my clients. All right, so let me get this ready. All right, gold cycle. All right, we're going to do the same as we did just a minute ago. What I want you to do is close your eyes and think the thought, what do I have the greatest resonance with now? And then I will scan and see what is the most important thing for the group. Okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. And let's go. What do I have the greatest resonance with now? All right, we are done. So it says we need pure is the most important one, which was increases the cell's ability to communicate, And then balance, care, energy, and release. So we'll go ahead and we will activate this vibration. So before we start, go ahead and take some nice, deep, calm, relaxing breaths, doing the breaths into the belly and holding it for a second and then letting it go. Let's do about 3 of those. And then close your eyes and focus on the energy field above your head, coming into your body, being open and receptive. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Just keep breathing deep, focusing on the energy field above your head. Feeling relaxed and calm. Being open to the body being healed in any way it needs to be healed. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so everybody can come back to the room. And in the chat, somebody had asked what the scientist's name was. So I had to look up the spelling because I couldn't figure out what the spelling is. So I looked it up and I put it in there. So anybody that wants to know who the German scientist that created it. And of course, there are several partners with him now that have helped expand this out to be a lot more than what it started out as. Like I said, I use this in my practice with my hypnosis clients. And so when I do a session with them, if I've been doing hypnosis with them for a little bit, when they get in, they just know, especially if it's in person, that I go ahead and put the bracelets on them, I hook them up, and then they have this working in the background when they're getting their hypnosis. And I have to do it a little bit differently when it's on Zoom because one doesn't relate to the other. You can't do the in-person thing via remote. So what I will do is as I have my conversation with them and everything, then I will say, well, let's just do a quick scan. And I'll do the scan that says what it is that they're really needing. And then I will run the scan on them. And then I start my hypnosis while the scan's running so that I can get it all in there together. And I use them together all the time. So it's been amazing for me to be able to help my clients. But my main thing for being here was to let you know that you can do different things with your hypnosis to make it more special for you so that you're just a little bit different from other people. So does anybody have any questions? And hopefully I can answer them because scientific stuff, probably not, but I can tell you what I do know if anybody has any questions.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I wrote in the chat too, it's not just the name of the German scientist, that's just because I'm from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
It was like of interest for me. What is the name of the device?
It's the Healy.
I don't know that. Can you put it in the chat so we can see how it's written, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. So anything else?
Thank you for that information. Would you be able to elaborate a little bit more on how this device is able to facilitate a group chakra healing? That was something I kind of like cannot understand. I do not understand. I've been working with the chakra system and learning about the chakra system for over 25 years now, and I have never ever heard about this before. So this is kind of like, yeah, it sounds like somebody just jumps onto the new wave of chakra healing and says, okay, my machine can do this, and just modulating and doing some stuff. And then it's kind of like a snake oil. It's like a make-believe. So if you explain this to me a little bit more, I might be a little bit more open, or I just need to learn about this.
Well, I would suggest you maybe look it up on YouTube then, because I'm not a scientist. I cannot explain to you how it works, but I can explain how when I have a Reiki session online that I can feel everything that they're doing for me. I can't explain that either. But I know from working with this with my clients that it's worked with everybody that I have done this with, but I also believe it works. And I think, you know, that may have something to do with it. I have no idea, but scientifically, I could not tell you how it works. When they talk scientific stuff to me, when I'm watching my trainings and things like that, most of that goes over my head. I just look for results and how do I make this better for my clients?
Okay, so how would we be able to acquire a machine like that?
Well, I can give you a link to go to. I mean, your I'd be more than happy to do that. Like I said, you can look at a lot of things on YouTube, have different training videos that I watch. There's groups on Facebook, there's groups on YouTube that you can go to and look at. The person that actually introduced this to me is actually in the UK. And so I worked with her several times before I ever decided that this was going to be a benefit to my clients, because that was my whole thing, was I wanted to be just a little bit different than the other hypnotists. And I wanted to be able to create a better change for my clients, a little bit more lasting change. And this has helped me to do that.
Okay, so I would like to ask a question to the group too. If you could raise your hand, if you felt tingling, can you please raise your hand? Or if you felt anything? All right.
Can I mention something? You know, I myself studied Reiki up to the, Usui Reiki third level. So if I relax, I make the this feeling by myself. So I cannot, it is one thing for me personally. It is not so easy for me to distinguish the if the energy is coming from someone else or if I'm creating, because it's almost for me reflection. So so that's why I cannot really tell.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I also does remote Reiki, which amaze me sometimes. You know, Reiki is not my main stuff, major stuff. So I cannot tell too much. And because Reiki is not my major thing, I don't have too much emotional charge to promote Reiki, being honest. But still, I sometimes amazed when I do remote Reiki.
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing for me. And like I said, I had a client earlier today. She didn't feel a thing, but then after she left, she messaged me. She said that she had just started having a little bit of tingling sensation that I said she might have. And so, but everybody doesn't feel it the same way. There are people that when I do this with them, that they feel it going all the way through their body. There are people that just kind of feel it in a localized area. So everybody's different. Your body's different. What your body needs is different. So all I can speak for is my experience and the experience of my clients. And it's been amazing for that. And myself, I am always open to being able to do things in a different way. I mean, you can look at it as snake oil if you want to. I mean, that's, everybody has their own opinion. That's not for everybody.
Vickie, I don't want to insult you with what you're presenting here to us. What I mean by it is I need to learn more about it.
That's fine.
To come, but with the information I have gotten from you so far, I can't. I tried to search Healy, doesn't come up. I don't get any information. So if you would put a link or two in the chat so we can really look this up for ourselves.
I may have to go back because like I've got stuff that some training that I do on YouTube and
what we have here is we have a lot of wet.
So, I mean, I can, after we get off here, I can go in and I can add some stuff on there, but I can.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay, that is probably a link to purchase.
Yes, it is.
Yes. I have some links for different things where people are explaining the Healy frequencies and how to prepare the body for Healy. And then there's effects of the blood cells after a Healy, and it shows the science behind it. But I don't know how to transfer that up there until I get off here. Let me just see if I can. I don't know if I can or not. Let's see. Share, copy link. Let's see if they'll let me go back in here. I don't know how to get that on here from here. So like I said, I can go back and add these in there, but one of the people that has some of this stuff on here is Bobby Downs on YouTube. There's Nuno Nina, which he has an academy. He teaches about different things, but there's a lot of different information, and some of them may be more training for people who are actually practitioners with it. So I don't know, but I will after we get finished, I will add some links to the group. Will that work?
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. So anything else? All right. Well, it looks like that is it then. Well, I appreciate you guys for being on here with me. And like I said, I didn't want to put a pay link in there because I don't want anybody to think I'm just trying to sell something. But like I said, if you want some information from me, I'm more than happy to provide that. But just whatever you do, and you may already be doing this, just look at you and your practice and how are you different from everybody else and how can you demonstrate that? Okay. So thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Vickie.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, Vickie. That was some interesting stuff.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. So you have a good evening, and I will go in and see if I can attach some of this stuff in there when I get done. All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.